Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our Claws and Fangs and Revolvers, our Werewolf the Wild West story. I am your storyteller, the Red Archon. My name is Will. And last we left off with our Garou, we opened up with them feeling the full force of winter as they were traveling through the wilderness south of Colorado, the Colorado Territory. And as they began to push forward, they heard a howl reminiscent of the Wendigo itself. They discussed their options, including letting themselves be known, announcing their presence, as was the norm for society as far as Garou are concerned. And then they started to feel agitated, and so much so that even forcing Pepe to go into one of his more feral forms pushed some of them over the edge, and they found that they were surrounded, or at least in the vicinity of some werewolf Wendigo spirits that were trying to agitate them and force them into action. Pepe tried to use persuasion to sway the Wendigos from fighting them, but one of the creatures yelled out "liar" at him and swiped at him. Walks ended up siphoning some of the Wendigo's gnosis after seeing them do it to each other to gain strength and size, and ended up shunting him back into the Umbra. And as they continued going forward, Walks peeked into the Umbra itself to see what was going on the other side. They could see that the Wendigo were commencing their version of the rite of the hunt, but they could also see that there were some humans that had been trapped up on the mountain with the storm kind of bearing down on them. And as Artis tried to ingratiate herself and kind of get them off of the mountain safely, she saw Pepe suddenly just lash out and turn on all of them, killing the three humans. And as they were trying to figure out what had gone wrong in the situation, they saw an older woman step out of the Umbra near them with this crow like creature perched on her shoulders. And the last thing before we cut out from the episode was her saying, "You have come for the Wendigo, I think, but you have found something worse." And we're gonna pick up right there with our fabulous faces. Hello guys, it's good to see you again.
Hello, hello.
You guys sound really excited. Look at you.
Hola.
I'm
Just like
excited,
that.
but I'm nervous.
Just like that.
I'm already schwitzing.
Without a word, the crow just kind of squawks, and the snow stops in your area. And as it looks up, you will see the crow look back down, and its eyes are gone. It's just the sockets of this monstrous animal, and with a heavy flap, it pushes itself up into the sky, and you can just see it start to circle around. The crone steps down carefully, using a walking stick, but she kind of comes over and touches the first of the human bodies, and you will see it start to wither and decay and turn to compost. You are far, Garou, from the howls of your people. Why have you come to my mountain?
We were trying to appease the Wendigo spirits.
She clacks her walking stick on the rock, and you hear this low thrum reverberating through the range. Peace, the Wendigo. Why? And she steps over to the next body.
We were sent by our rights master.
The little pinpricks of a sun eons in the past just kind of shift over to you as you say that. Your right master. What is their name?
Somebody help me with some notes. It's been a moment since we.
It's been a while. It's been a minute. Your right master. Where is he? Keeper of the land, master of the challenge. You have no right master.
Oh, it was the master of the challenge then.
Master of the challenge,
That's
yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's a rend the
Is it
flesh.
Trick question.
Trick question. You failed. Now she kills you. Yeah, but the master of the challenge is a red talon Arun named Rends the Flesh.
Rends the flesh.
And
She looks
so what? The
up.
master challenge?
Yeah, the master of the challenge. She looks up, and you hear that sound that the musculature or the tendons in your jaw makes as it snaps, and it kind of her jaw unhinges, and this sound that is a howl and is not a howl at the same time just escapes her mouth hole, and the crow raven creature above you squawks, caws, or acknowledges in some verbal fashion, and then stops circling and starts beelining towards your cairn. And then slowly one side hinges back, and then the other with a heavy clack, clack.
It was so that we could utilize the moon bridge.
The moon bridge. Where do you wish to go? Grandmother can take you there, and she touches the second body, and it also becomes compost.
Cora's starting to look at walks with spirits because walks. This is clearly out of her
Do
purview.
I have any idea of what this is or who this is?
Um,
Maybe it's an occult or rituals, or I don't know what would be.
yeah, you know what? Let's have you do an intelligence and occult, or an intelligence and rituals. I'll even let you do
Hey.
perception and enigmas, whichever one you want out of the three. And if you want to offer counter rolls, I'm open to them.
Enigmas. Oh no, I don't know nothing about no enigmas.
Ugh.
Occult.
I wanna.
I don't know
I want
shit
to
about
make-
puzzle solving.
As this beelining towards us, I want to make my way.
No, it's going towards the cairn.
Towards Karen.
Yeah, it's not. It's not coming towards you.
Regardless, I want to get in since I'm still in my.
Hispo,
What is it? Hispo form or lupus?
Hispo.
I mean,
You and the big wolf.
Yeah, on all fours.
Mhm.
I want to get in front of artists.
Okay.
Like a shield almost, and
Yeah.
get close to artists, so they know that I'm there and it's me or whatever.
Okay. So
Artist can tell by the situation that
Yeah.
it's tense. She has no fucking clue what's going on because it's not like I can hear people becoming compost. I just heard a scream and was like, "Oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, that's
this
not
is
normal."
this is not natural. Yeah, but you'll feel.
And pace her in the right direction.
Yeah, you'll feel the thick woolen coat, the furry coat of what you imagine is Pepe's Hispo form as it kind of comes up to let you know that he's there, and then also nudges you to face the right direction. But you also feel that most of his body is in front of you, so it very much feels defensive. He's being protective of you.
she'll probably just hold on to like a tuft of his coat.
Yep.
10-9-6.
Okay.
Wash
Okay, what's
your
the
hands
target?
afterwards.
It would have been 6, so there are stories given your past as a Wendigo yourself. You know that certain mountains belong to different figures in mythology as far as the indigenous people are concerned. You know, before Mount Rushmore, it was the 4 grandfathers. So her saying grandmother to you reminds you of a tale of a mountain range called Grandmother's Embrace that would be a testing ground, a kind of proving ground for young warriors to prove whether or not they had what it takes to survive in the wilderness and to be actual like war party leaders, scouting party leaders, like things like that. They're the stories of people that come back from Grandmother's Embrace are few compared to the casualties that it has claimed. But if this is the name that she has given you, it is you already know that you are far south from the Colorado territory. You're much closer to what's it called? Lower Arizona.
Oh, we went that far.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like what would now be Tucson. You were like in that area. But she rights herself after touching the second body, and you hear the bones clacking as she's kind of setting her spine back up into this not fully erect form, but not as hunched as she was when she came out of the Umbra. She looks like she's also becoming younger. Like it's not a huge jump, but it's like the difference between a 90-year-old and an 80-year-old.
Still grandma.
Yes.
Is there anything else in the, it's supposed to be proving grounds, but,
Mhm.
Is she, the queen of the crows, you go there, she's going to eat your soul because, or is it,
The story with Grandmother's Embrace is that the people who used to watch over the mountain had a healer that was unrivaled. She could almost have you using an arm that was broken. She was renowned for her ability to turn fatal wounds into survivable, not scrapes, but less life altering. Until she was betrayed by her tribe in exchange for the white man's weapons, for gunpowder, for rifles, or anything to give her tribe an edge, and feared as a demonic force rather than a force for good. The white man sacrificed her to their greater appeasement of the Christian
to the worm?
Catholic kind of ideology, witches and all that. servants of Satan, and the like spewed rhetoric that you've heard before, especially having spent the better part of the last few months in conflict. It's not hard to
Being dragged
believe.
to church.
Yeah, being dragged to church. But
So what we're seeing here is the grandmother's touch instead of mother's touch.
yes, and a lot of the stories that have come out since have always been about how the mountain used to give resources. Like you could easily find edible berries or plants outside of season in special caves. Like they were never mapped out. It was always the mountain giving you a chance. And after she was given to the white man, the mountain changed and it took rather than give. But she stepped over to the third body. You have come for the Wendigo to appease a monster. And she points at Walks. You even have a Wendigo amongst you.
We come to calm them. Which in this case was taking care of what irritated them.
Irritated. Wendigo are not irritated. Wendigo irritate.
Are you telling us that our rights master basically sent us on a fool's errand, knowing we would fail?
She smiles. This mountain has nothing to offer Garou. Not anymore. She bends down. She let her hand hover over the face of the third body. Man, white man, is taken, and will take. The mountain must take back. And she puts her hand on his face, and the body starts to decompose and just become compost. This used to be a great, vast gift of the land. It's not that anymore. Has not been for some time. You wish to appease Wendigo. I give you this chance as an offering, and she motions to the three shapes. You may leave my mountain unharmed. But if you will destroy the Wendigo, and her pinpricks of light just focus on Walks, then I will offer you what little strength I have left. She takes a deep sniff of the air, and from behind all of you there is a heavy, thunderous squawk, and the raven creature is just sitting there, perched on a rock. I smell no totem in your pack. And if you had not encountered the gunslinger before with his inhuman speed, this would have unnerved you, but she blinks from where she's standing to right in front of Cora. Why is this, Alpha, that you have no totem?
I was always raised that a totem is a group decision, and so far we have been undecided. And Cora's doing her best to keep the composure, because that. And she's already got her heckles up a little bit because fool's errand.
Yep.
Trying her best to be respectful for things that are way bigger than she is.
Yeah. And when she came out of the Umbra, she looked like she might have been 5 foot tall. At her stretched out extremities. She's now almost 6 feet tall.
So Cora's probably looking up a bit.
Yeah. And it's not death that permeates her aura, her clothing, her very nature, but it's not too far behind.
You knew I was going to ask what she smelled like. Kudos.
It is less a suit and more of a shawl that kind of rests on her shoulders. But peat moss, grass after a rain, that petrichor, that wet soil, that's the heavy scent that precedes her and kind of sits in this invisible miasma around her.
We simply haven't had the time to make those kind of decisions as a group.
Oh. Oddly had the time, you say. It looks like you are not in the shadow of Pegasus anymore. Could that also have attributed to this need for time?
Cora tries to be as straight-faced as she can, but there was that immediate kind of that is also a factor. I'm not one to air my personal business so openly, but me and Pegasus have had a falling out that I have recently decided to attempt to recorrect.
It is a heavy road that you must travel. And she motions, and you hear the clack, 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 clack of the knife-like talons on this monstrosity of a bird as it steps over, kind of half hopping, half skipping, and it extends its wing out. This thing has deceptively gone from this 3 foot tall bird to this monstrosity, still same height, but its wingspan extends out almost inhumanly to like 7-8 feet long, and she pulls one of its black feathers, and for a second it almost looks like the feather itself is this ovoidal glance at the universe, at the galaxy above you, the night sky stretched out in its blackness. And as she runs her finger across it and it opens up again, it is pure white. and she holds it on her palm of her hand and just extends her hand out to you. Do you want to find Pegasus, little wolf?
I do. But we had matters to attend to, and there's this slow reach trying to make sure that she's not being aggressive or anyway.
Oh, the moment
Do I
your
see
hand,
with spirit looking and stuff? Is this like some horrible corruption that's going to grab her when she takes
there's
it?
there's no
make it any-
corruption,
Okay.
but
taint.
there are hooks in the feather, and the moment Cora's hand just is hovering above the crones, it slaps upward and closes like a bear trap. And the feather feels like an actual feather to Cora. The hand, you try to pull it back towards you, and it is like you are trying to fight a piece of marble. But you see the feather just wrap itself around the back of your hand, and you see the ribs of it start to kind of crawl like a millipede up your arm until it becomes this tattoo on the inside of your forearm. Promise, given a task must be delivered. And she lets go of your hand.
I do my best to be honorable and respectful.
You smell of this. This is true. Some of your pack do not share this sentiment. And her eyes lock on Pepe.
There's definitely that kind of slow turn to look at Pepe as well.
If y'all don't tell me, I don't fucking know shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can smell that though.
I can smell the direction you're looking
Yeah.
in.
You can smell everybody just suddenly looking at Pepe for no reason.
That's how senses work, yeah.
Yeah. That's how they work.
The wind shifts.
I'm not an optometrist. I don't know how that works.
I'm not a doctor.
I don't know how eyes work. Look at these. But there's this moment where it doesn't feel as cold around you anymore as a group. The pinpricks of light have softened, but there's still that black hole of sockets, of a pair of sockets that just kind of make it so that even if her face is in your direction, it's one of those paintings where you feel the eyes follow you no matter where you are.
Pepe is troubled. Lost the path.
She nods.
And I'm intending to help rectify it. He is of my pack. And even though I don't think he trusts me completely, and there's definitely that look, I believe we are on a positive bend. Or at least I hope. What do you think, Pepe?
Crone just turns And her whole body just is facing Pepe now.
All eyes on me. Sí, Señora Cora.
Are you shifting down from your Hispo form?
I'm still in his form.
Okay. So there's
I'm
a
still in his
guttural.
form. Yeah, I'm still in his form and still standing firm in front of artists.
Yep. So artists will hear his response.
Artist's eyebrows kind of furrowed the moment that she realized that they were talking about Pepe being untrustworthy. But she's not going to comment.
Mm-hmm. The crone looks over at Walks, and instead of the blink, she does methodically and almost even more frightening step over each kind of clack of her walking stick, echoing through the little crevices in the mountain where you're standing.
With manners, since she's old, I'm going to try to, meet her halfway.
And she looks at you, and then she looks back at Cora. You have not guided your alpha to a totem. Why?
Our pack is not whole. We had a fifth. He's gone.
His death lingers like a ghost.
His death is our failure.
The raven squawks. Your right master sent you to kill Wendigo spirits, even though it is your tribal totem. You were okay with this?
To stop them from indiscriminately causing trouble. I hoped for other means than death. They serve a purpose, a strong one in the balance, just as you do, and so as we.
If you are to continue and face the Wendigo, the king in the mountain, I offer help.
The king in the mountain?
And then as you repeat it, she blinks and everybody sees her appear right behind him. Her head is kind of next to your ear. The king in the mountain has taken control of my land. You require totem. I offer.
I'm trying to look for the name of the spirit in the mines. That was like a evil mountain spirit that did us in, and we don't even know if we resolved it or anything.
Yeah. As far as you know, you collapsed the tunnel, and it has been silent since.
Were we able to hear her whisper that in his
Oh yeah,
to him?
yeah.
Okay,
Even
okay.
though she made herself be next to him for it, everything she's saying is soft and very kind of matronly. But there's no wind in this little clearing that she's allowed you to exist in. There's no snow. It's a clear night, and every sound just echoes so perfectly that if she wants you to hear her, you get to hear her.
The tension is feeling like that. I guess I'll start to sit upright, still close to Artis.
Yep. So Artis will feel the shift in his body, even though he's
Artist
staying.
is already thinking it's tense as fuck because this bitch is bouncing. Like, all I can hear is her moving.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't hear footsteps. I like this.
Yep. And even when she has stepped up to people or like stepped around bodies, Artis has never heard her footfalls. It's always been the clack of the walking stick.
Well, that's a surprise, and I don't know how to interpret that. Well, Artist is just like, what does this mean? What is going on? But she feels like this isn't her conversation. So she's trying her best to like follow Walk's and Cora's lead because she's like, I don't know who the fuck this lady is in the middle of the woods.
Freulaven, scary lady. Yep. There's a lot of that.
Is this Yonog, King of the
Oh,
Mountain, the spirit?
you know of the primal forces.
Some.
This is not him, but it is a Wendigo spirit that has fallen under his. And the amount of venom that is in the word influence as it comes out of her mouth, all of you can almost taste it in the back of your throats.
Well, Yonog is an influencer then. That's always distasteful.
Yeah. He's set to fight one of the Paul brothers. Influencer Clash 1862.
Is there a way to free him from this influence?
Yes, death.
aside from death.
It's someone who has been patroned to the Wendigo. You yourself know how difficult it is to bring the monster back from its chosen path.
I have a tool of my people made for this purpose.
Tool.
And I pull out of my... I'm pretty sure I've been in Hamid this whole time, right?
Yeah.
And I've got my satchel, and I take out the buffalo horn of peace, which is explicitly made to reduce rage.
Yeah. The black holes of eye sockets widen and soften, and the white pinprick of light that feels like it goes back to the actual Big Bang softens as well. And she blinks, and there are these soft milk chocolate, burnt honey, hazel eyes that look at the horn and then look up at you. And for a moment, it is the eyes of your grandfather. It is the eyes of his grandfather. It is the eyes of the woman that gave your lineage a start, a beginning point. And she reaches out her hand and it hovers above yours and the horn. And then, almost like she reached out into a fire, her hand snaps back to her side. Her eye sockets go black again. This could work. You will not need my help then, what I am understanding.
I turn to Cora. Or look over to her. I'm not.
Yep.
Cora's just looking
Already got the tattoo.
at him. It's very much this. There's part of her that's just like, you're the spirit talker here. This
Please
is
tell me we're
clearly
not-
a spirit.
Please tell me we're not turning down this spry old lady who moves faster than the speed of light.
Yeah, what could go
Okay.
wrong?
Like, we just turned this down?
No,
We-
I don't mean to turn away any help. Just hope that I need not destroy something so powerful to the land. Something that can help keep the encroaching taint at bay.
Hmm. I understand. She motions, and the bird shrinks down. The antlers rattle on the ground as they fall off of its head. It loses its appearance of death incarnate, and it has actual eyes, it has feathers, kind of ruffles itself, and then it flies up and perches itself on your shoulders. Golana will follow you. It will watch.
I greet Ilana.
Golana,
Go, Ilana.
which you recognize as the precursor, the kind of word that hasn't been used in some time for Raven. It is an old pronunciation of it. And she steps back up to the ledge that she emerged from the Umbra in, and she points a crooked long finger. That is where you will find the king in the mountain.
Thank you, grandmother.
And then she steps into the Umbra. And as she does, the bird takes wing, flaps up, and starts flying overhead.
So now we fight a king instead of a Wendigo? Is that what I'm understanding?
There's a corrupted Wendigo that we have to fight that's in possession of the king of the mountain.
Okay, so I wasn't that off following along.
No, you weren't. You were good. You were good. I am. This is gonna be scary. It's Nikki
if you-
outside a game. I'm really excited to do this now.
An artist was supposed to be like, if you're scared, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
No, Cora is not showing any fear. There's a little bit of a chill, and then the grip, the resolve,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very much, thank you, grandmother.
And as the last bit of her vanishes into the Umbra, the first, second, third, like little flurries of snow start to come back into the area that you were at. The cold snaps back. Life, sounds, crickets, bugs. Everything starts kind of flushing back. Like the floodgates have been opened up.
Yeah, we both sighed at the same time.
Yeah.
Onward.
I creo que Abuelita just screwed us over. Just putting that out there, Cora.
Well, technically, we'd still be fighting a Wendigo, even though it's under a different classification. So is this not killing two birds with one stone?
Cora?
You shouldn't put it that way.
I know, I don't like putting it that. I like birds, but I was
With
just
the
saying
giant
it's
creepy raven that we have now as a friend.
Now you.
we have a
oh, I
creepy
like
raven
birds.
as a friend.
Yeah. Creepy raven.
Yes, we have a raven that's going to be following us while we do this job.
Oh, do we have to take care of it?
Cora looks at the raven, looks back to Artis. It's like, no, I think the raven's going to do just fine.
Good, because I did not bring seeds. Because that's her main concern right
Yep.
now.
How thoughtful she is.
I have no more bacon in my pockets.
I don't think birds eat. It's okay. All right.
It's vegan
She just
bacon.
pets. She pets him because he's still in his form.
Walks will notice that the antlers that the raven had when it emerged from the Umbra with the grandmother are still on the floor.
Oh. I figured they would have.
Oh.
I'll go and cautiously look at them before trying to
They
pick them up.
they have an aura of gnosis around them.
No,
So you can imagine that they're
much better than
probably going to be equivalent to talons. They're probably going to be a one-use item.
Hmm. Mechanically, is there a way for me to tell what they are?
No.
Okay.
Because only because
Not
there's no spirit bound to them.
Hmm.
They're an extension of the crow that's above you right now.
Mm. Golana might need these later.
All right. I guess we are going.
You guys start trekking towards the king in the mountain.
Mhm.
Yep.
I guess so. Yay.
Is anybody going to be in a form that is not Hamid?
Um,
I'm staying in my form.
Okay.
If anything, I can return the favor to artists.
you want
Yeah.
me to ride
You
you?
gonna let her ride you?
Artists can ride Pepe.
But wouldn't that make everybody else either slower? Like, wouldn't the speeds be different? Shouldn't we all either be in one form or the other?
We'll be uncomfortable, but we'll deal with it.
It's a one-person ride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way that Artist is going to ride Pepe.
Ride my Hisbo.
Ooh, that's a euphemism.
We're getting very close to breaking the litany talk, and even though we don't have a Philodox here,
Somebody's
we
gotta
got
step up.
problem.
Somebody's gotta step up.
Artist,
You know, she's
Well,
already there. We're going on a mission to clear her of her medicines. So
Eh.
maybe they've got bulk rates. I don't know.
oh.
Bulk rates. Well, this is.
BJ's. Take your pick. BJ's or Costco.
Oh, there's gonna be BJ's going on, all right.
Not with Artist. Not on my watch.
Nothing
We don't
goes in
need
this
anyone
mouth.
Getting real friendly. with
Definitely not on
artists,
your watch.
but-
Yeah.
No, it's not on Artist's watch. Artist is
that-
not gonna sit on you. Not happening.
Artist is not going
Not
to watch
happening.
anything.
No.
Cora is probably going to shift to Krynos just to be prepped and
Okay.
ready to go.
So
Yeah.
will Artist. Artist is also choosing to not stay in Hamid because, like, whatever. I'll just bite someone's tail as we're going.
Let me have
Uh-oh.
Cora mark off a willpower point.
Of course. I'm very happy to do so, storyteller.
There's a moment where, as you let the beast come up and start to take control, preparing yourself for what you imagine is to come, the arm with the feather tattoo is the last to shift.
Oh.
Almost like there is this, not a dam keeping a river at bay, but there's definitely some kind of bulwark. There's some kind of hurdle there, and it's a slow process. And although the arm elongates, the bones elongate, the fur does not take over where the tattoo is. That little patch of skin stays kind of olive toned, and just very clearly this black inked outline of a white feather visible for everybody to see.
This is gonna
Except
be
for
very
artists who can't see it.
This is Cora looking at that and going, this is the thing of messing with stuff I don't understand. That's where Cora's face is. But this is what we're gonna have to deal with. So, yep.
But the two of you shift into your Krynos forms. There is adrenaline there is frustration burning through your systems. Walks, give me a perception and alertness roll, if you could, please. Difficulty 7. You got a 6 dice. That's a good pool.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I have faith.
1 and 10 cancel, right?
Yeah, 1 and a 10 can cancel each other out.
And then, so 3 sevens.
Okay. You notice as Artis finishes transforming into her Krynos form, as Cora finishes transforming into her Krynos form, there's these two hulking masses of bestial rage leading the foray into the mountains. The antlers that fell off of the raven have shrunk slightly.
Unless I need my hands for climbing and mountaining, I'll be holding on to the antler to see if the antlers to see if there's more reaction.
Yep. If you're staying in Hamid form, the antlers just feel slightly thinner in your hands, less bulky, lighter. It almost feels like when you first had them, they looked like this imposing buck's antlers, like 7-point kind of massive monstrosity of this pair of cartilage. Now they look younger. There's less points. The points aren't as deadly as original. They're softened, almost like these are pulled from a very young buck instead of a buck in its prime.
And just to be sure, I got this happened at the same time as Cora was transforming.
Yeah. The second that Cora and Artis started to transform into their Krynos forms, the antlers started to shrink. But seeing as how you're in Krynos, two of you are in Krynos forms, I'm not going to make you roll for climbing the mountain. You come to a plateau, and you can see that parts of the mountain have been scratched inhumanly, almost like a precursor to the machines that mankind will have created to hollow out entire mountains for the riches underneath. But instead of gold or silver or copper, tin, coal, the pieces of the rocks have been brought together and forged very primally, very unnaturally into this throne, this mockery of a throne. And up here, the wind is quiet. There are no real animal sounds or bugs. Snow is much lighter. There's a thin blanket of white, but there's no crunching of snow as you're climbing up. It's like a dusting up here. And after a moment, there'll be this sound of drums almost in the distance from somewhere you can't really pinpoint. It's equal time beneath you, somewhere in the valley, but also behind you, ahead of you, on top of you, even. There's just this rhythmic doom, 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 doom. And slowly, like a communal gathering that you're used to from your people, you will see a circle of Wendigo start to emerge from the Umbra. Small, half the size of a regular human, 3 feet tall, these little kind of kobold, like Dungeons and Dragons kobolds, like, but instead of being draconic, they're very wolf-like. They have the same kind of antlers coming out of their heads that you have in your hands. And there's maybe 36 of them scattered in this crescent shape, all facing your pack. Then a dozen or so of the ones that are about your size will emerge from the Umbra. Their antlers are much more majestic, much more in line with what you had before you started running around with 2 Crinos. There's one that emerges next to the throne that looks to be maybe about 10 feet tall. But instead of having this massive width and height of power, it is thinner, almost emaciated and hunched over, copying the look of age that you know spirits don't subscribe to. And from behind the throne, the drumming will stop, and you'll find that the origin of the drumming is actually this massive 20-foot tall gorilla-like specimen of a Wendigo spirit that just thrums with every heavy fist that pulls him forward as he steps into view and sits on his throne. And all the Wendigo around him, except for the one right next to him, in unison, just kneel with their face towards him.
So, this is not artist. This is me.
Yeah, here we go.
What's the deal? Like, do we talk to it or do we start fight? Do we start swinging?
I was about to have Cora look at Walks with Spirits and going, "You got one shot,
one opportunity."
You want to talk to it like a thing?
Mom
or...
spaghetti.
I'm ready to bite.
We came to 8 miles up this mountain, so we gotta,
We gotta get this done one way or the other. Prefer the other way of just talking, trying to.
Look, he's got some sick beats, but I think
we could do a collab. Get some cross marketing maybe.
Add you on SoundCloud, but also
Cora, Pepe, and Artis will hear. Cora and Pepe will see the emaciated figure move its mouth. The 3 of you will hear this guttural roaring and the sound of rocks grinding against each other, like they've been thrown into a tumbler almost. Walks, however,
yeah, that fucker is worm tongue.
Walks has spirit speech.
Oh.
And so he actually hears the Wendigo just kind of tilt its head, and as it's speaking, the actual words that you hear, you have come
I'll be
trespassing.
repeating these for the rest of us.
Yeah. Trespassers on the mountain that did not invite. What is the toll to be paid? And it just reaches out its arm and its hand, palm up, almost like requesting something from you.
Now, see, I could hand him them antlers, but I think that might be selling Grandma's pet to to pay the toll. It might get us into worse shit.
You have one job, walks with spirits. All right, one job. All right?
You're supposed to be the spirit talker. Come on.
I do not want to be part. My body, Pepe, does not want to be part of the rocks grinding in this thing's mouth, man.
You're gonna be in his mouth.
You don't want to be anywhere near his mouth.
With the rocks.
With the rocks, no.
Ooh,
That's painful.
that's painful. I can't do it.
It hurts my body.
It hurts my soul.
It
We were
is
sent
standing
both
there.
by our tribe and the grandmother. Can I see anything different about this, like the lanky one, spirit wise? Like, can I see that bad taint coming out of him or something?
There isn't
Weaver webs?
a kind of because I don't think you don't have sense worm, do you?
No.
Yeah, so there isn't any
thought you
telltale
did.
signs. No. Hey, you have
We
put
never-
yourselves on this raft. You've got to let's let the current take you now.
I sense it because it always hurts when.
Yeah, it always just like bubbles.
Well, that's a worm, all right.
That's the worm. There's nothing that is emanating darkness from it, but it looks like it's a different breed entirely from the king on the mountain. All the other Wendigo have this aura of strength, of rage, of fury, and the one next to him doesn't have that. The notes are subtle. They're still there, but its symphony focuses on entirely different notes. It's much more methodical. It's much more strategic.
Does that just sound not like a Wendigo?
It does not sound like a Wendigo at all.
I'm gonna go straight with accusation.
Ooh, okay.
Who are you that you look like a Wendigo but do not speak like one?
And there's this murmur around the circle.
I would hear from the king if he wishes something from us.
And the king looks up at the lanky one, and it steps forward, its hand still palm up like it wants to be given something. Again, Cora, Pepe, and Artis will just hear that sound of the mountain crumbling against itself, an earthquake in this thing's throat, just kind of emanating out as sound, but walks will hear it. You are wolfkin, human touched, barely sustainable on your own two legs. You dare question the Wendigo. And all of them start just beating on their chests like silverbacks.
I would never look around to all of them. I question you. Whatever it is you are.
The sound of the earthquake intensifies, where it might have been at a simple 3 or 4.0. We are now in 6, almost 7 on the Richter scale territory.
You sound of earth and rock.
And he goes, I am Wendigo, given command of the mountain, traded for the true king and emotions to the one on the throne. You and everyone except Artis will see the hand shift down into a point. You are the liars, the usurpers, the connivers. Two-faced, false identities. Creatures of two worlds. Impure. And then it points at Artis. Bringers of taint.
Well, it doesn't matter if he points at me because can't fucking see.
Yep.
She's like, oh, Pepe.
Poor Pepe. Damn, they're roasting him today.
They are unrelenting.
I am.
And again, all the little ones start just slamming their fists. You can now sense that the entire area is bathed in rage.
I'm gonna.
Just tell them already
Yeah,
that
get
you.
on the
Tell them that you're a Wendigo.
No,
What's
he
up?
knows this shit.
Yeah, you're a Wendigo.
W. Yeah, tell them.
I can use the fetish even in a different form.
Yeah, the antlers.
No, the horn of peace.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because then what I'm gonna do is send myself up to Krenos too.
Okay.
Uh,
The antlers will shrink further in your hands.
No, I'm overcome with Krenos rage. I don't know what to do about none of that.
Yeah. That's a problem for non-Krenos walks.
But I'm going to say, this is the face, then, that you can deal with. And
Okay.
as mightily as I can, blow the horn of peace.
Okay.
To try to wash away a chunk of the rage in this.
I like
in
it.
This thing.
Let's have you roll your Krenos strength. And I'll give you a choice of expression, leadership, or performance. Unless you have something to counter with.
I was just gonna see if there's any way we can help.
Harmonize.
You wanna put your lips
Many
on his
bad
horn?
vibes.
We can start howling.
Can we harmonize
The horn.
howl? Can we Ariana Grande whistle tone?
This is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
If all of you
Howl
want to
of the
try to
horn.
harmonize with the horn,
Oh, yes.
What do we roll?
it's gonna be
A woo.
it's gonna be your intelligence.
Okay.
Excuse me. And I will either let you use your performance, your empathy, or your primal urge, your choice. Unless you again have a counter offer to give me.
Sorry, can you say the
leave
first
that all
one?
off with primal urge as well? Sorry.
Can you what?
Can I lead the round off with primal urge?
No. You're just blowing to blow.
Yeah, you are, buddy.
I knew that was gonna happen. They're trying to match you without knowing where you're going. So that's why primal urge is better for them than it is for you.
I explained the plan, but
Alright.
You held out the horn. That was all the plan.
no, to grandmother, I asked explicitly, "Can I do this thing?" And she was like, kinda, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Go try it.
Chewy, what things do we use? Because you named like 4, and now I am confusion.
It's gonna be intelligence as the primary attribute.
Got it.
And then it's gonna be either empathy, performance, or primal urge. I believe were the 3 that I offered.
Perfect. So 3.
Okay.
Woo! Yeah.
It is difficulty 7 to follow along. It is difficulty 5 for walks.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
I dropped one of my die.
4 successes.
2.
2.
The dice are actually with me for the first time ever.
Ooh,
Yeah.
how sexy that is.
So
So hot.
4 successes.
4
2 of them are
successes.
10s.
Nice.
Oh.
Good shit.
Oh,
What did Cora get to follow along? Because it feels like that smile is like I am the weak link smile.
I am the weak one here because I rolled 2 3s, a 1 and a 9, so I technically got no successes, but I didn't botch. Didn't botch.
You're just off key. You're just like
Yeah, you're everybody's like and Cora's like
Yeah.
You're flat. You're flat.
I was like, I almost wish I used a willpower point.
Pepe's choir boy instincts are kicking in.
all right. But the horn blows in more ways than one.
I was about to say I couldn't.
I know.
I was like, I bet she does.
You gave me the vibe at the beginning of our night, and now I understand the assignment. So I'm gonna be there with you.
We all gotta run with it.
Yep.
Get it.
Yep.
Get it, bitch.
So, everyone except Cora manages to find their place in the tonality, in the strength of the sound that is coming out. The kind of, because it's not just that you're blowing a horn, you're putting out an actual sensation, an emotion. You're driving a need into this clearing. Pepe and Artis are with you. They understand what you're doing. They can hear. But that rage is the drumbeat that has existed in every Arun, and Korra's no different. It is hard to find your place, and even after Walks has expended every bit of air in his lungs and you start to come out of the howl in solidarity. It is very different. You can definitely hear that you weren't with them. The small circle, the crescent of Wendigo spirits shift coloring. There is this moment where the appearance of that fur, of whatever coloring they've chosen to mimic the wolf, it becomes iridescent. There's a shift of color all across the visual spectrum. You can see them becoming red and orange and yellows and blues and greens, violets, and as the last bit of color washes away from them, they become translucent, ephemeral, ghost-like, and they are pulled back into the Umbra. And that sensation of rage starts to diminish in the clearing. The large Wendigo that was sitting on the throne stands, and as it does, you notice that it's shrinking. Its grand 20-foot stature starts to ease off 19 feet, 18 feet. His bulk starts to come in where he was maybe 8 or 9 feet wide. He's now 7, maybe 6. There is musculature that is melting away with every shift of color, and there is the realization that this is not what it is meant for. And it starts to thump, thump, thump towards the edge of the mountain. Cora, Pepe, and Artis will hear this inhuman roar, this primal echoing back to before dinosaurs, to whatever was that could have been a nightmare to have encountered, an echo of something from the Pride Lands, from the revered hunting grounds of all Garou, just envelops the clearing. The sound becomes visible in such a way that you'll see it ripple through the Wendigo's body destructively, aggressively. This is incarnate damage, and the Wendigo Spirit shatters. And this thing laps up the essence of what was the Wendigo, and everything that it eats starts to jut out from it in a jagged, black, festering tentacle. And you don't need to have sense worm to see the emanations of darkness. You don't need to have eyes for artists to sense this disgusting aura of a monster standing
Artist
before
has
you.
eyes, they just don't fucking work.
Now, here's
Thank
the
you.
thing.
Thank you for that.
Would they work well enough that colors that are outside of reality
No.
make an impression?
No, that bitch can't see shit.
9.
10, honestly. That's how much she doesn't see. 10 of 10. But the monstrosity just kind of slams its fists into the ground, and it shakes off the weakness out of itself, and you see that it is wearing a Wendigo pelt. It is a facsimile of a skinwalker that has taken a spiritual creature to base itself off of. And as it starts to slobber this black ichor that just starts to dissolve the rock where it lands, I would like you all to roll initiatives for me, please.
Liz, murder. Murder.
What is it that we roll again for
It's
initiative?
1 dice. It's 1d10, and you get to add your total of what your dexterity and your wits is.
Dexterity and wits.
Remember, if you're in a different form, you have a different number.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, his bow. Dexterity +2.
That's an 11.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
I knew my luck when it came to combat was running out.
6.
6. Artist.
It's dexterity and wits, right? You said,
Dexterity,
right?
yeah, the total of your dexterity and wits. So whatever number that is.
Plus whatever I rolled.
That's whatever you roll on the 1 die.
You serious?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay. 18.
18.
13.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
I mean, that's not terrible either. That's not.
Yeah.
Hold
No, I know.
on. Dexterity. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I did.
Hold on.
What's your dexterity?
73.
What's your dexterity? In your his
3
before.
+ 2.
So 5.
+2.
And what's your
Plus
wits?
my wits is 4.
4. So that's
I
9.
I rolled a 4. So
Yeah, that's 13. 13.
Yeah. I got this.
What did Walks get?
10.
Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna go. I think it worked out better than the traditional method to just go from low to high, and whoever's high can just interrupt a lower number on the totem pole.
Well, we don't have a totem,
Yes,
and I'm not high, so I don't know what we're gonna do with this.
and it'll just replace your initiative score if you interrupt. But going from low to high, Artist starts us off.
Yay! I'll go in blind, literally.
The blind
Correct.
leading the blind.
Get in there.
I guess
You
I'm
do
just
best.
gonna swipe
Go get
at
him,
the
Ray.
nearest. Huh?
Go get him, Ray.
No, if it was me, it'd be a different story. But I'm assuming
Ray.
we're fighting. Nobody's told me we're not fighting.
Yeah.
This is how initiative is all of us just being like, oh, well, this is the fight.
I'm assuming it's when we all do like body language of like, huh. That's what I assume initiative is in real life.
Sure.
See, with Artist, I just figured that she's like, Pepe's not gonna be the only one who just murders somebody.
I got the I'm very bad at every signal, but I understand this one. Go.
Yep.
So fuck it. She's gonna bite whatever is the closest to her. Not them. She could smell them. She knows the fucking difference.
Mhm.
But whatever's in front of her, she's gonna start. She's gonna start biting and swiping.
Okay. So
Maybe a little bit of both.
so are you splitting your dice pool? Are you spending rage? How are you coming at this?
Oh wait. Don't move my things around. Hold up.
If you hit all, you have access to everything.
God damn it, I'm scrolling to the bottom. Yo. Oh, it doesn't. Hold on. If I do Primal Rage, that doesn't help me right now, right?
Primal
Does it?
rage. Primal
Primal
anger.
Anger, sorry. Yeah.
Gift, medicine. By a single health level once per scene to gain 2 extra rage points. I mean, you'll get 2 extra rage,
I have a lot of rage.
but
I could use it later. It's okay. No, I'm gonna put all my dice in the pool. Why?
Okay, so just the one action. So you're just gonna bite first.
Fuck yeah. Bite
Okay.
and swipe.
Okay,
How
so
many die do I use?
So you are
Dice
splitting
to
your dice pool then.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be you're in Krino's form, so your dexterity is +1. So that
Yeet.
puts you at dexterity 5. Your brawl
Hot.
is 1, so that's 6. So you're taking 2 actions, so you're splitting your dice pool in the most even way
3.
you can. So it's 3 and 3.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm gonna write this shit down because I only have two dice. To 10th sided dice. 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
9 and 1, so that did shit. And 8. All right.
So 1 success.
1 success. Ah!
Your second attack.
8 and 1.
Okay. Good.
Fuck.
Good.
And 9.
And okay,
So
1 and
another
1.
1 success.
So 1 and 1.
Well, bitch.
All right. So your bite does strength +1, which is going to be 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 more will be 8 dice of damage.
Eee. Really?
Yep.
God, that's a lot.
Yeah. And it'll
So
be
I roll.
You strong.
Yeah. So you're going to roll
So-
8 dice,
Guys,
difficulty 6 or
guys.
higher.
6 or higher.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
Ooh. Okay. Oh, that was the wrong dice. That's why. I was like, oh my god, that's still a high number, and I was like, wait, no, that's not it. Oh! I'm rolling. I swear. Well, you said the difficulty was
6.
6 or higher.
6 or higher.
Ooh. Last one. Ah! 3 successes.
Your claw is going to do 9 dice of damage because it's 1 more.
Jesus Christ. I know how much. I know the difference between 8 and 9. Thank you so much for explaining it, though. Will.
I try. I want to make sure that you're on the same page so that there's no miscommunication.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. I literally got a 10, but then I got a 1, so fuck.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what
Alright,
happens.
well, fuck me here, I guess.
It is the life you're living in.
1, 2, 3 successes again.
3 successes again. You leap at this thing, kind of using your nose, following the scent of it because it is strong.
Nasty. Oh.
It smells of death, of blood, viscera, and it is permeating this raw anger. You clamp down on something, and as your body starts to slide down, your claw then digs in, and you find this weird sludge.
Great, I love it.
That isn't flesh, and you just kind of slide down its body until you land on your feet. Give me a willpower roll.
What? Hold up.
Willpower 7.
That's just 1?
Yep.
Or 7?
7 dice.
Okay.
It's gonna be difficulty 8.
Damn!
Yeah. You put your mouth on it.
I did. How many did you say?
7.
Dice? Okay, got
7 dice. Yeah, difficulty is 8 or higher.
Got it. 2 success. No, wait! 3 success. Ha.
3 successes. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, it's consistent tonight, so...
Yeah. So you take 2 points of aggravated damage
Ah!
as the sludge burns the inside of your mouth.
Great.
And all of you will smell the acrid, acid smell of burning fur. So much so that you will actually see the front part of her tongue actually plop down on the ground.
Yucky.
Yeah. The next one up is 7, which is the worm creature. Happy dance. You know what? I'm not gonna use physical attacks because that's dumb. I have spiritual attacks that I can just do.
But it's dumb, so it should just do that.
So, seeing the brazen assault that your Galliard has done to it, it steps around, almost like it doesn't consider her a threat to it. And
how dare you?
And as it steps around her and focuses on the 3 that haven't acted, you see it just kind of bubble up, and like a water balloon, it inflates and pops and sends out its ichor flying at the 3 of you. Would any of you like to dodge?
Can I dodge or can I not dodge?
Oh, it's not. He's not attacking you whatsoever.
Oh, good. Well, I didn't know.
Yeah, you are. You are beneath. You are beneath him.
I definitely would love to dodge.
Remember, if you dodge, that means you can't attack.
Yeah. You only get
Just
one dice
warning
pool.
You
only get one dice pool, unless you want to split your dice. And then you have to choose between dodging and whatever you're going to do, and the lower dice pool of the 2 actions is what gets split.
I do some crazy shit. I can tell you what I was gonna do.
Tell me what you're going to do. What you really going to do.
When it's my turn.
Okay.
I figured I'll dodge. And as I dodge, I'll be running up to him in my Hisbo form, transform into Krynos, and swipe. Is that possible, sir?
It is possible if you spend a rage point to instantly transform. And so that'll be... If you want to dodge, we're going to need to take a look at your dex and athletics. It's going to be 4 plus 0, so 4 dice. In your Krynos form, and then your dex and brawl will be 4 plus 1 is 5. So we're going to be splitting a 4-die pool, so it's 2 and 2.
Oh, that's not great. Decisions.
Yeah.
If I could go home or risk it to get the biscuit, you know?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I guess that's what I'll be doing on my turn. I guess I'll dodge now, and then on my turn do
so
that
roll
other shit that I said.
Roll your 2 dice.
Alrighty. Eight and 8.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Good. So that's gonna lower my threshold. So you only have to soak 6 points of aggravated damage.
Oh, I didn't do good.
You did good. You lowered it by 2 dice.
So 6 damage.
So it's 6 damage that you gotta soak. Your stamina is what regularly? 2.
6.
Okay. Plus 3 in Krynos, so you have 5 dice.
5 in dice?
Yeah, 5 to soak. 5 dice.
Okay, hold on. Where's the damage for... I have damage from before, I'm guessing?
No, you shouldn't.
I had that too, and then I had to like clear it and then restart again.
Yeah. Well, the extra bruise you don't get, so that always.
Oh, JK, LOL.
That stays black.
Okay. So 6 you said. So 1.
Well, no. You got to soak first.
Oh,
whatever you don't soak, you take damage.
Oh, okay. So 5 dice, you say?
5 dice, difficulty 6. Every success lowers the damage you take by 1.
All right, I got. Where's that die? Where are you? Oh man, it fell. Can't see. All right, we got another one. was 5, you said, right?
Difficulty 6,
The
yeah,
fuck,
5 dice.
I lost 2 of them. Successes.
How many?
3.
3. So you take 3 points of aggravated damage, which is the red X. Puts you at injured.
Red?
Yeah. Pepe, that was Pepe. So Walks and Cora, are you guys dodging? Soak 6 points of aggravated damage. Sorry, 8 points of aggravated damage.
So that means the DC is 8, or like the target number, or is the target number stay at 6?
No. The target number is always 6 for soaking.
Okay.
Unless it's something wild.
So 4 successes. One of them's a 10.
Okay. So you'll take 3 points of aggravated damage as well. What did Cora get with her massive rune stamina?
Does the 10 do anything?
Depending on the situation, I'll count it as an extra success.
I did get a 10 in my success.
Right, so you can take 1 less damage.
Okay, cool.
Good. 5 successes.
Ooh.
Because I got a 6 dice pool on this.
So you take 3 points of aggravated damage. Everybody kind of got out of there unscathed.
Yeah.
And I say that because it's out of 10 dice, I got 8 successes to do damage.
Yeah.
So, but it is a 30 power point power. So I'm not gonna be using it that often.
There we go. All right, got it.
Okay. Next one up then is Walks.
I'm going to now I've got these antlers in my hands.
Mm-hmm. They're the size of a young baby deer.
The antlers of a young baby deer,
Mm-hmm.
not a whole young one, because that would be big antlers. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just try to keep it in my hand as I claw at the thing, the fake Wendigo.
So you took 2 points of aggravated damage?
3.
Oh, okay. You're still at a -1 to your dice pool. But it'll be Dex +1, so that's 4 dice, and your clawing, so it's Brawl, which you have 0 in, so it's just gonna be 4 dice.
Alright. A 10 and a 9.
Okay. You will hit, and you will see that the antler scratches along with you, and where you draw into its actual flesh, the antler gets some of the ichor onto it, and it becomes this white liquid that seeps in and slithers into the wound, and you see it start to writhe and step away from you. You did 2 successes, plus the antler was in your hand. It does not look pleased. It was 10, 11, Cora.
I believe we've had enough jibber jabber going on.
Jibber jabber.
And now it's time to go into what Aruns do best, which is beating the crap out of things. So we are going in with the claw. Yeah. I'm getting.
So are you splitting or are you using rage?
I am going to utilize rage.
Oh, full dice pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not angry.
I believe it.
I've had enough with these false people and people setting us up to fail and
and it hurt artists.
Something gotta give.
Mm-hmm.
Just something gotta give.
100%.
I always forget how much dice I have for this. It's 8 in Krinos, damn.
It is.
And that's not including my claws, so that's 10.
Yeah. Well, you gotta hit first. So
Yeah.
that's dexterity.
Yeah,
Plus 1 is 4, and brawl is 2, so it's 6 dice.
Yeah. 6 dice. Let me just roll it here. 6. Alright, so that I got a 1 there. That sucks, but 8, 7, and 9. That's 3 successes.
3 successes.
With the 1 and the 1 canceled out of 10. That's why I'm sad.
So that'll be 3 thresholds. So add 3 to whatever dice pool you came up with for your damage.
Yep.
It is not dodging.
That's 8 plus the brawl. That's 10. It's so weird playing an Arun after playing so many other things.
Right?
Okay, so that was 10d10. We got a 10. 6, 9, 7, 8, 6, 7.
What is that?
So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 successes.
7 successes. You find
with a 10.
You find purchase inside beyond the thick miasma of ooze that it has covering itself, and it roars this massive kind of guttural piece of pain, whereas the antler gave it a sense of fear at its mortality. This is much more surprise. It did not expect Garou to be able to deal damage to it. Roll your second attack.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I got all excited because
use rage.
That was a lot. It's a powerful drug.
It is a powerful drug. It do be powerful.
Okay, this one's 4 successes with no 10s.
4 successes. So add 4 dice to your damage. It is still not dodging, and it is just relying on its pure thickness. He be a thicky boy.
Or is definitely the type that it's like swipe, sees the damage there, and goes in to try and double up on the same spots. I'm not calling it a cold shot, but It's kind of in that wide.
Yeah. She's been in the room for a while.
Yeah.
She knows what to do.
She knows her job. Yeah, it's just guttural roaring. Like this is a venting of all the 100%. Frustration that's been going on.
Yeah, if nothing else, you have left it in a state of shock. How much damage did you do for the second one?
Bro, you muted.
Yeah. You saying something?
Oh, I got a 10 on the damage roll.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've done that. It's anything above a 5, right?
Anything above 6.
Oh, anything above 6. So I got 1 damage on that one.
Bites are 5. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. You know how it is.
Yeah. You rolled that many dice and you got 1 success?
Yeah, I got unlucky. It was 4, 4, 6, 10.
Okay, and then Pepe is gonna come in with his attack as he shifts into his Krynos form for the first time.
First time.
What's the Krynos?
I got 1 success, but it's a 10.
Okay. So we're gonna add 1 to your damage because, like I said, this thing is not dodging. Its hubris will be its downfall. So your strength is 1 regularly. In Krynos, you get +4, so you're at 5. And the 1 gives you 6 total dice for damage. At this point, Walks, now that all of you have shifted into Krynos form, the last antler shatters.
Oh.
And just becomes a pile of dust in your claw. And the bird above you blinks out of existence with this forlorn squawk.
Oh no!
Dan, I'm sorry. I'm just enraged.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
this
no, you're
thing
good.
just
Listen,
out.
we don't apologize here, okay? We don't kink shame.
So, but 4 successes, but one of them is a 10.
4 successes. The creature shudders, and you see pieces of it start to fall off in big globs of black ooze, and it starts to eat away at the rock underneath all of you. And you can see that it's starting to pull itself into the Umbra.
Oh.
But it brings us to Artis's turn.
Destroy it.
It doesn't think I'm strong.
It don't.
You don't think I'm strong.
What do you want to do?
Prove it wrong.
I guess I won't put it in my mouth again.
What have we learned this whole game except that you shouldn't be putting things in your mouth?
Yeah, Artis just keeps putting things in her mouth. They keep putting things in her mouth.
Yeah, man.
By choice, though. Before it was things getting put in her mouth.
Right.
Cool.
Touche.
No matter how good the chocolate
was
is.
consensual. Well, I don't know if an attack is consensual, but
it was on your side.
I mean, you're the one biting.
At least I was the one doing it. I'm gonna swipe at it again.
Yep.
Give me a little. I want to do some fucking damage. Jesus.
Sure.
All right.
So just swiping at it with the claw. Yeah, it's gonna be 6 dice, full dice pool because you're not doing 2 different things.
Yup. Yup. Bro, keep going like that. Oh fuck! I fucked myself. Okay.
Keep going like that.
What's the threshold?
6.
Oh fuck yeah! 3 successes again.
3 successes. So you're gonna take your strength of 2, add 4 from Krynos, so that's 6, and 3 successes puts you at 9 dice of damage.
Nice. What's the threshold here?
6.
Hot.
Yeah, should be
9 dice of damage.
9 dice of
Fuck
damage.
Me. Fuck me. One good one. Ah, fuck.
Oh.
Well, I had 3 successes, but I have a 1, so I have 2 successes.
Okay. That's your total? 2 successes on 9 dice?
Yes! Shut the fuck up!
You claw into it, and you don't know if it's because you can't really see where the weak points are, but you just kind of thrash your claws at it, and you don't find the purchase underneath the ooze there's just that kind of malleable flesh that you find underneath it, and you see it as it acts on 7. It starts to just push itself back, and as it does, it starts to vanish into the Umbra. The pelt of the Wendigo that it was using to mask itself falls onto the floor.
Isn't that what we needed?
It is a good enough trophy.
Yay! Okay, get the fuck out of here. Get in the fucking Umbra. I don't give a fuck. Artist says that in a Catholic Irish sweet way.
Mhm.
So translate it, and then that's what she says.
Sure.
You scallywag.
Maybe she's
Bamboozled
been hanging
again.
around the girls too much.
Maybe.
Damn.
Definitely around Layla too much. But yeah, you guys have a suitable trophy. A Wendigo about 9 feet tall. Just its skin ripped from its essence. Is this a success for you?
I would consider it a success.
Why wouldn't it be a success?
I'm just asking.
I'm
Should I
considering
be suspicious?
You can be whatever you want to be.
It's just very ominous of you to say that, you know?
Are you happy? Are you joyous? What's happening?
Hey, you live in a world of shades of gray, my friend.
Is there
Is this a
Because if you
pleasant
say
shade of gray for you?
is there any sign of the spirit that used to be in that Wendigo's corpse?
Not in the real world.
Because I was thinking to do the tear for the prey, but I guess we didn't kill it. I guess. Aww.
well, we could chase it into the Umbra and kill it there.
No, I mean the Wendigo that the thing killed and was wearing as it. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't kill it. The idea is enough, though. You feel the cold wind bite less. It softens up as all of you start to kind of shift down into your hispo forms and rush off the mountain. You heading back to the cairn?
No. Going back to where we left off. Get Mia's body.
Oh.
Before that, we should stop at the clearing that we met grandmother at. Or maybe just try to call out to her on the top of the mountain. Like, hey, we're leaving.
Or that.
The crow is right there.
No, the crow like blinked out of existence.
Oh.
I can call of the wild it if you want me to, and then we can go get Mia, just so that we don't find her. I don't know if she would hear Call of the Wild, but is where the shot.
Oh, Mia's dead.
No, not that one. The lady, the old lady.
Oh, grandmother?
The grandma.
Mia.
Abuelita.
Yeah, you can call grandma if you want.
Just because Cora's saying that maybe we should just hello. The thing is dead. Bye, and then skadoodle.
That's a plan.
Just like that. It's a plan. I don't know.
I'll quietly advise the Arun, so we may want to bid farewell to grandmother before
we should.
we leave.
In person? Or by yelling?
It just sort of grandmother?
Do you have summon spirit?
Yeah, I do have summon spirit. I just figured
then what the hell?
being, like, watched.
Yeah.
Artist is going through all this trouble going through,
I'm literally like, how can I help? Because that thing said I was helpless. Like,
well, wait, it's a the rite of summoning.
Yeah.
That's what you mean. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the right summoning.
though I don't think I would have the power to summon whatever the hell she was.
Well, as you shift out of Hispo and start to gather yourself for the rite of summoning, I think this is a good point to call it for tonight. So we'll discover what happens with Grandmother next session. So as always, I want to thank you guys for following me along on this journey. I hope it's been a hell of a fun adventure coming back to this. It's been too long, and I miss this werewolf story. And of course, thank you to the audience for joining us. We couldn't do this without you. As always, please take care of yourselves, and please know that it is okay to not be okay. If you feel like you need help, we take mental health on the channel very seriously. And if you're watching live, there are phone numbers going up in the text in the little chat window, so you can find resources to help you out, because there are people out there that want to help, and there are resources out there that exist for you. If you're not in the United States or you're having difficulties with the numbers, there's a link going up as well. That'll be in the description box if you're watching on YouTube later, at your pleasure, your leisure. So just understand that we all have dark moments, and there are people out there that want to help. And if you are a friend or family member, or somebody that is usually a strong or happy-go-lucky personality, check in on them. You know, a simple hello or how are you text can definitely change the trajectory of somebody's life. So I urge you to kind of check in on your friends, check in on your family members. As always, Mondays on the channel are for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. I will not be running Werewolf 5th edition in its current state because it is garbage. So you can expect to see Tuesdays devoted to Legend of the Five Rings 4th edition and Werewolf 20th anniversary, The Wild West. Thursdays, you can catch 7th Seas until after October, when Old Gods of Appalachia will start alternating with that as well. This month, you can catch me on Fridays over at McStabber Studios for their Monster Hearts 2 sequel series. And at the end of the month, we will be starting our second season on Wednesdays of Vampire the Dark Ages, where I get to play an interesting and very different La Sombra from our other La Sombra coterie member. Highly urge you to check that out. That has been a hell of a ride. But as always, thank you guys for being a part of this. Thank you for joining us, the audience. And as always, take care of yourselves, and we will see you when we see you. Have a good night. Bye.